Hello, I'm Brandon. Today we will be discussing HIIT. This is a training technique where you cycle a vigorous period and a rest period, usually with a ratio of rest and your vigorous period or your on period. Today we will actually just be doing an even cycle of 1-to-1, meaning we'll be doing 2 minutes on, 2 minutes rest. An article we read called The Effect of High-Intensity Interval Training Protocol on Abdominal Fat Reduction in Overweight Chinese Women showed that compared to regular cardio, which they consider just regular consistent running, jogging, HIIT is actually burns more fat, subcutaneous and visceral fat. So as far as anatomy goes, we're just really going to be concerned with the heart rate. Monitoring the heart rate is the most important part for the on and the rest periods. Today we're going to be using about a 70% heart rate for the on and a 50% heart rate for the off. Okay, so some common questions people say is, why should I choose HIIT? Well, it's actually more time efficient than regular cardio, but it's also a fun way to challenge yourself and complete it. You really have to focus on, meeting your goals, and the reward is a lot higher. As far as a common mistake people make is they do not follow the full interval out. A lot of people, if it's 3 minutes or even 1 minute or 30 seconds on, they only do 20 seconds. You gotta push into the end. I would recommend HIIT to anyone who's trying to improve their cardiovascular endurance or health. Contradictory to ACSM guidelines, this is actually has been shown through studies to be able to be implemented on people with CVD. So that's really great. One other thing I like to focus on is the problem areas. Some people have a problem area, if they have their knee, let's say osteoarthritis, then they should avoid something like this. So as I said before, today we'll be working at a 1-to-1 cycle, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. We'll be working from percentages of Fernando's heart rate reserve. We're going to be doing 70% and 50%. So that calculates down to 151 beats per minute and 121 beats per minute while he's on and while he's off. We're going to repeat this for a total of 4 to 5 cycles. And the other thing to keep in mind is we already have predetermined speeds for the bike according to what his heart rate will be at that speed. Hello, I'm Brandon.
I'm Fernando.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Today we're going to be going over some HIIT, high intensity interval training. We're going to be using a bike. So first things first, we're going to come over here and make sure that the seat is adjusted to a correct height for him. So we'll have him come to the side for me, and we'll have him lift his leg. And as you can see, it's right where we want it to be. It's about a hip level. So we're going to have him get on and make sure there's a slight bend in his knee. So if you get on for me. You straighten this leg out, and as you can see, there's a slight bend just how I want it to be. Excellent. So now we're going to move it on to the predetermined values. So what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him start pedaling, and we're going to hit quick start. Are you serious? Cool. Alright, now very importantly, we're going to kick it up to the go period. We're at 13, that's about 70% of his HRR. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna quick start. I'm gonna have him start pedaling and we're gonna find what it takes to get this guy to 150. And I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna move it and keep the resistance changing so I can monitor his heart rate and keep it at 150. I might even put a little harder at the very beginning just to get his heart rate, really going. You're doing good. Steadily climbing. Now we're really close to 150, so I'm going to tone it down a little bit and slowly let it climb. We're about there. Alright, just focus on your breathing. Need him to stay at this rate for another minute. He should be fine.
Oh.
It's okay to be off by a few beats per minute. As you can see, he went to 153. I brought him down to 151. Might not have to pump it back up. You know, it's hard to stay at one exact beat per minute, but as long as you're in the range and managing it, he'll be fine. You're still getting the benefit of the workout. So wiping the sweat off his brow actually increased his beat per minute by 3. Wow. Alright. Keep pedaling. 20 seconds. Finish strong. Finish strong. See his heart rate's back there. Okay. You gotta remind the client as well to stay consistent. You gotta encourage them. It definitely helps. Alright, so that's 3 minutes. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it down here and try to get him down to 120.
Baby drop quick.
We got a healthy guy here. Just focus on your breathing. There you go. So again, we're just about in the range of 121 where we want to be. We're gonna have him go for 2 more minutes. That would be a 3-3, 1-to-1 interval. 3 minutes and 3 minutes. As you can see, I really have to keep toggling it to try to keep him at his intended heart rate. That's completely fine. You're doing good. We're really hitting the mark here. Still at around 121, and at the end of this minute it would be the end of the rest interval, and then we'd pump him back up and really try to get him back to 151. So about 40 seconds left. 10 seconds left, and then we're going to move it back on up. Try to get his heart rate back up. So I wait for the full cycle. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put it back to 18. That's what he was pushing at. And that's 1 cycle. That's how you do a HIIT interval. Simple. Yeah, you can cut it. Okay, you did a good Good job, Fernando.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was a HIIT interval. That was just one cycle. What I really want you to keep in mind is that this is a great way to burn fat, but as you can see, it's also challenging. Running gets boring, jogging gets boring, but this you really have to push yourself. I think that's it.